All right, it looks like we're recording. Today we're going to take a little break from progress or lack of progress on the mini uh, C-Cap Hearst go-kart and talk about side quest. So, you go do something simple, like I just want to move some gardening, uh, some like gardening bricks, in the backyard. We don't garden in the backyard. We can barely keep up with the front yard. So all I want to do is move some gardening bricks, right? So I got out of the wheelbarrow and forgot last winter I was selling some Model T parts. So they were in the back shed. So I just kind of, there's a bunch of snow and everything. So I just threw them in the wheelbarrow. And you can kind of see from here, I threw them in a little too hard to where this all got kind of dented, and somehow it was ended up rubbing, like the wheel is rubbing on here. So, I kind of forgot about it because it was winter, I'm like, yeah, it's a summer thing. I'll fix it in the summer. I don't really need the wheelbarrow in the winter. So I go today. I'm like, all right, before I start messing around, I did the exhaust on one of the dailies today, so not the truck. But I did exhaust on one of the family dailies today, daily drivers, and I was like, well, before I go do more car stuff in the garage, I'll move those landscaping, like pavement bricks, out of the way. So I needed the wheelbarrow, and then this thing was rubbing on here, so I'm like, all right. I tried to kind of hammer dolly what I could, and I'm like, nah, this sucks. I'm just gonna freaking undo this thing and just hammer it out, stand out. Well, basically, not even hammer it out. I hammered it out for a little bit, and I got impatient. I'm just going to stand on it and pop this thing back out. So I stood on it. Everything pretty much popped out. As you can see, I now have clearance between the pan and the wheel. But anyone else ever run into that? Like, you go to do something in the garage, and before you do that, you have to do a bunch of body work on a fucking wheelbarrow. Anyone else ever had this happen? So, yeah. Garage is still a mess. As you can see, I moved the coffin car, or the coffin for the future coffin car, the casket, moved that out to the shed. And someone nearby in the bougie neighborhood was getting rid of this beautiful metal shelving unit here. Plenty of shelves. So I'm like, oh, I could use that. And everything now is slightly more organized. You can see there's actually like some floor that I can, walk around without having to climb. So slowly kind of getting everything kind of more cleared out, getting the garage back in order. So it was a long winter. Sorry. Yeah. There we go. Sorry. Trying to hold this with gloves on. So it was a long winter, so everything just kind of gets thrown in here. Plus all the random stuff I buy, in the summer. I'm like, I'll put in the garage real quick, and worry about putting it together later. And besides that shelving, you can see there's shelving there from the one I took apart. There was one I took apart that gave me some of this nice kind of almost like angle iron that I'm going to use to build the box on this. So, and then as soon as I went over to the bougie neighborhood, not like it was far away, it was like 15 minutes away, but as soon as I went over there to buy, well, not buy, but I got them for free, get these shelves for free, the neighbor like 2 doors down was throwing out a bunch of shelves, but this shelf it was just so nice. I'm like, I can't even take this apart. I'm putting this in the garage. Needed this storage space. And then, so I got some nice sheet metal there from the shelves from the ones I didn't use. I got, these pieces here I can kind of use, kind of like J-bar to put together the box here for the C-cab. So, waste not, want not, man. It all worked out. I think I even got pieces over in the scrap pile, if I remember right. Oh, yeah, here we go. I got nice long pieces here that I can kind of use too. So, so it all worked out good. I got some nice kind of, it's basically, when you think about it, it's just angle iron, but it's already got the holes drilled in it for me. So it saves me a lot of drilling. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, so we got that going. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry for the 2 minutes of babbling to make a 2 minute point at the beginning of the movie, or beginning of the video. But yeah, side quest is done. Gonna move some pavers. Hopefully make some progress on this thing. Oh, that was another thing I got. The one that comes with it is super short. And I'm like, well, I could, Mickey Mouse a bunch of stuff, like go from this to something else and do that and this and that and get all the way up to the pedal there. But instead, I was like, I'm just going to spend $18 and get a really long hose. And where's the other thing? Oh, yeah. The hose for $18, not only did I get like a 6 or 7 foot hose, but it came with like another master cylinder with a remote reservoir, which the old one didn't have. It was like a sealed design on the old one. So I figured that'd be kind of cool. I'm mounting the little remote reservoir kind of just over here on this side somewhere, either underneath, kind of tuck it underneath, mount it on top, mount it in the front like a real car, whatever I want to do. So yeah, that's it for this one of Dr. T's garage side quest. I'm gonna go move some dirt pavers or gardening bricks, paver things, and maybe get back to working on stuff. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.